So I thought that my computer would be fixed by now so I could do like an album review art for this album, but because it's not, I just went ahead and listened to the album. Not saying that this album won't inspire art, because I feel like, dang, I should have just pulled out my paints and my book and listened to this album, even though I couldn't record me painting. Well, I could record it, but my thing is my computer. I mean, not my computer. My what's that thing called? My camera is about full, and I can't back it up because my computer is not here for me to take this stuff off of the SD card. Anyways, enough about that, y'all. This album, this is my thing. So I listened to it. I wish I would have painted during it, because I feel like I can see where that painting would have went had I done this album. So I'll probably still paint some artwork to it. I'm still laying in the bed, you guys. The first thing I did time I woke up this morning was get on Tidal to listen to JayZ's album. Now, I'm going to give you guys my opinion of the album. Now, this is the thing. I am a JayZ fan. I have been a JayZ fan since Reasonable Doubt. Now, I will say I listened to Reasonable Doubt when I was 7. I was 7 years old. Reasonable Doubt came out in 96. My brother and me used to have rooms beside each other. My brother had a really big boombox, and he used to play JayZ album really loud all the time. So when I tell you guys I have been a fan since 96, I ain't lying to you, okay? I ain't gonna lie to you, all right? I'm gonna tell you the truth. My brother used to play that album, and my favorite song, well, the first song that kind of caught my ear to the point where I was like, okay, I wasn't even into rap at this time. I was really more into like Disney movies and stuff like that. I mean, shoot, I was 7. But there was a line in there where he say, "My pops know exactly what he did when he made me. Tried to get a nut and he got a nut, and what?" And you gotta imagine being 7 years old. At 7 years old, my life was falling apart. I had just lost my parents. I was also being raped by my counselor every day of my life. So it was like a lot of shit going on in my life. So when when he said that line, for some strange reason, that just stuck out to me. And as a 7-year old, for me to understand that and be like, oh my gosh, like my dad, yeah, like, ugh. Long story short, I ain't gonna get into the stories of my life. If y'all want to hear stories of my life, comment in the section below. Maybe I'll do some story times about some shit that done happen in my life, but that's besides the point, okay? This album was therapy. I think more so for JayZ than us. Like, he talked about everything. It's kind of like, it reminds me of the recent Rick Ross album, where Rick Ross just really went in. He really didn't hold back about the shit he going through in his life, or the situations that he know about in his life. I felt like JayZ was being so real, and it's crazy because I watched an interview of him like a while ago. I think when he dropped like Magna Carta Holy Grail. He did an interview, and he was like, people always think that me and my wife are so mysterious, like we don't really talk about stuff, but we give you guys our music, we give you guys our art, and we express ourselves through our art. So we tell y'all all our business. We tell y'all all this stuff through our music. We really do. He was like, me, you gotta listen, but if you know what I mean, if you're a fan, you know. And I'm like, yo, I know, Jay. Like, he speaked on Kanye. He speaked on, because y'all know that whole situation where Kanye was on stage going crazy, talking about how, he was mad at Jay for not calling over the whole Kim Kardashian being robbed crap. And he spoke on cheating on Beyonce. Like, this whole time, I was like Team Jay. Like, no, Jay didn't cheat. This is just an album. Other people wrote these songs. But now I'm like, damn, Jay really cheated. Like, that's how I feel. I feel like he spoke on that. He spoke on how he feels about having kids now. He said it took his daughter for him to see the world through the eyes of a woman. Like, I feel that. I really feel like that's how dudes are. Like, not dudes, not even trying to, like, I'm not trying to judge you men. I'm really not trying to judge men or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, I've seen recently a lot of guys that I know personally become fathers to girls, and just the change that happened in them, I see that in this album. Like, I really see my brother in this album. Like, my brother just had twin girls. Like, I see how dudes like become that daddy daughter love, man. That shit is real. Like, man, I was so in love with my father. Like, I loved my father before he passed. Me and my father were inseparable. So, you know, when my father passed away and I started finding out all these things, like he was literally married to a whole nother woman, had a whole nother family, and all these people that I used to call my cousins are actually my siblings. You know, that was like so hard for me to lose that, what is it called? Like even JayZ even mentions that he said, like, when the superhero mask come off and you realize, he said something along the lines of, you realize that Santa Claus is fake. He's like, he doesn't want to see that moment for his daughter. And it's like, dang, I remember me as a daughter going through that moment at 7 years old. Like, I was only 7 and I remember the world coming crashing down, you know, realizing everything, all of these little childhood fantasies and dreams are a lie. Like, that moment kills you, literally. It hurts, and it's so much, like, it's so big, but just like he put those moments into words. And man, I love the album. I know people are gonna talk shit about the album, I just feel it. But he was talking on so much. Like, he really was talking about generational wealth, which is something that I'm like super into right now, is building wealth so that my children can enjoy the, not even the finer things in life, but so they can live more comfortably, and that they can actually go for what it is they want. Like, I feel like a lot of people in my generation, or at least my situation around me, I'm not gonna say my generation because that's like a whole bunch of people, but a lot of people that I grew up with, like, we're spending a lot of time trying to survive, not living our dreams. We're just trying to survive. We're trying to pay bills. So, like, JayZ was speaking on being able to, you know, like, being able to acquire generational wealth, and was like, y'all judging me for it, y'all calling me bougie for it, y'all talking shit for it. Like, yo, he was like, man, this album is great. Like, if you don't have Tidal but you have Sprint, go get your 6 months free and listen to it. Not to mention, I really like Tidal, and what is that, Made in America is coming up. You know, they stream the freaking festivals and shit. So I think you should do it. And that's just not me trying to, like, I'm not a spokesperson for them. They don't pay me for this. But Jay, if you're listening and you'd like to pay me for this, feel free, okay? Like, we can chop something up. In fact, Jay, if you're watching this, I got one viewer, maybe it's JayZ. It's like, I doubt it, but if it is, that's dope. Like, I'm not gonna put, hey, okay, hey. but if you're watching this, I would love to be the person on Tidal, like, make some of them playlists for you guys. You know, that would be so much fun for me to do. I love making playlists on Tidal. So, you know, Jay, hit me up. We can chop it up. We can talk about this. Anyways, the album is definitely worth a listen. There's no turn up songs on the album at all. And if I recall correctly, he even spoke on his mom being gay. Is his mom really, I mean, no shade to you. Like, I ain't mad if you are gay. I'm just like, wow. It, like, that's another thing that I feel like he talked about, but it was kind of like quick, so I'm not sure, but I'm gonna re-listen to the album. This is literally my initial reaction. I just woke up, turned on Tidal. I ain't brushed my teeth yet. I ain't got no deodorant on. I am literally in the bed. Like, y'all, I'm in the bed. This is what happened. I woke up. I said, oh, we gotta listen to this Jay album. I pressed play on Tidal. That's really what happened. Y'all are getting the real deal, Holyfield. This is my initial reaction. So it's a lot of things my brain is trying to process. So I'll probably do another review that involves art, because that album inspired a piece in my brain. Like, I see it. I see the colors. I see it, guys. I see it. Anyways, the album is definitely worth a listen. I'm almost at 10 minutes, and y'all know I don't do 10-minute videos, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and cut this short. If y'all have any questions about the album or any questions for me, please leave them in the comment section below. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please do so. Like I said, I will be coming with more videos soon, but I'm at 10 minutes, so a girl gotta go, okay? The album was great. Definitely worth a listen. But again, I am a JayZ fan, so I'm gonna say that. Not really, because I didn't like American Gangster, and I still am not a big fan of Magna Carta Holy Grail. There's some songs on there that I like, but I don't like every song. So I'm a real fan. Like, I'm a fan, but I'm real about mine too. Like, I like this album. He was speaking a lot of truths. Not a turn up. Don't be expecting to turn up. Don't expect I got the keys. He only has, I'd say, about 2 songs on here where he's shit talking JayZ. Everything else is more or less like therapeutic JayZ, like song cry JayZ. Like, I really have some emotions in me that I need to let out. Like, that's what I got from this album. Loved it. It's only about 10 songs, which is just shocker for a JayZ album, because Jay, I'm gonna tell you, as a fan, I'm spoiled. You normally do at least 13. I ain't fronting. You normally do that. You normally give it to me. You normally give me all of them, okay? And you didn't do you didn't do that many songs this time, but I'm gonna let that slide, because I feel like those songs, the songs that are on here, came from a serious place. Like, they came from a real place, and I appreciate your honesty. And because I appreciate your honesty, I'm going to let the fact that you didn't give me as many songs slide. Okay? And I'm going to let the fact that you really didn't give me no turn-up record slide, because, you know, every once in a while, Jay, I like to turn up, okay? But you know what? I don't need to turn up right now. We need to focus on this generational wealth, and we need to focus on black unity, because I feel like that was something you were speaking on in Family Feud. Yeah, I heard you, Jay. I heard you. You know, I hear you. I got you. All right. All right, guys, I'm going to let you go. See, I hit 11 minutes. Oh, my gosh. All right, I'm going to let you guys go. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Remember, I love you guys. Later.